Alright, let's go, boys. What's up, Corleon? Hello, everyone! Maybe we could advance romance as well as find Clyde's mom. I know, right? Alright, so I'm going to give a little bit of time, just a teensy bit, for people to get here so I can explain the story so far, get people caught up, get people in the right mood, and then we're going to start normal and proper. Thanks for the bits, Corleon. Just my hood here. Hood is acting up. Okay, got that done. That's good. Got that done. That looks right. All right, we are good to. We are good to. We are good to. All right. What's up, Shitgo Sync? What's up, Harrison? What's up, Skikix? Sweet Meizu, Z Jiggle, Wow, 4D, wow. What's up, everybody? Okay, so that's enough waiting. All right, listen up, all you fantastic Glory Stream people. Should we expect more NPCs with food names that start with L? Maybe. I haven't used lasagna yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this party somewhat started by giving a quick synopsis of what happened last time. Last time, on Twitch Chat Plays D&D, our hero, Clyde Vanson, is returning from, made it to Iron Horse, and then after meeting a cavalcade of cartoon characters, eventually found the person he was looking for, Davin Cobble, and has delivered the parcel granted to him by his father, whom was granted that by Gabriel von Liechtenstein, to deliver this parcel. He successfully does so, and in doing so is given another parcel, in which he is to deliver back to his father. To ensure his safe journey back, Davin Cobble assigns his personal bodyguard, the halfling warrior Tilt, to accompany and escort Clyde Vanson back to Scabbard City. Whether or not the man did this out of true concern or to make sure that Clyde didn't take off with his parcel is unclear. But what is clear is that it's a good thing that Tilt was with Clyde, because Clyde was waylaid and attacked by bandits along the way, which, with the help of Tilt, were made a quick example of in bloody fashion. However, as camp was made and a restful night was had, in the morning, they awake to the sounds of screams and smoke rising from Scabbard City in the distance. Clyde runs towards his home, terrified of what might have happened to his father, and quick on his heels, Tilt follows behind. And that is where we shall start our story for this session of Twitch Chat Plays D&D. Okay. As Clyde and Tilt approach the city, there is the distinct sound of fire. The smell of smoke can be that scorches the air and fouls the senses. A smell of blood also joins the smell of acrid smoke. The screams are almost like a symphony combined with the flames that consume the town. And as you approach, it is to the cacophonous sound of chaos and dismay. As Clyde and Tilt rush to the gate, they see that it is open. Wide open, with no battle damage, which is a bad sign. Up ahead, they can hear the screams of people. Fire is set to the fields. The houses are ablaze. Corpses lie in the streets. More screams can be heard, and the laughter of others. I am also on fire. As Clyde and Tilt enter the city, through the haze of smoke, they hold up their hands. They brush past. They try to get low, try to find some way through the haze. Although Clyde is a native and knows the way, his way is obscured. Obscured by the smoke and the chaos of the town's current state. Tilt keeps Clyde upright and pushes him forward. And as he does so, up ahead, he can hear a woman's voice crying out. It seems that she is pinned under some debris up ahead. But I wonder, chat, what do you choose to do? Sorry, that guy was really loud. Choose wisely. You have decided to save the woman. You move forward quickly. Tilt is with you. As you walk up to the burning wagon, you can see a woman limp and clawing out, gasping for air, crying for help. Clyde, thinking quickly, moves forward, but is unsure exactly what to do. What do you choose to face this challenge with? You have decided to use strength against this particular challenge. Clyde steps forward and places his hands underneath the burning wagon and lifts with all his might. Tilt quickly follows behind. The wagon is easily lifted and the woman is able to feebly crawl out, but too slow is her escape. The fires burn at Tilt's hands and burn at Clyde's. Tilt, wearing armor, is unaffected, but Clyde only has light armor, and his hands are severely burned, and he loses 1 point of dexterity. As you turn to move forward, you can hear gruff-sounding men come around the corner. Their swords are tainted with the blood of civilians. They round the corner of the street and turn to face you. The bandits smile as it seems more of their quarry come. They lick their blades and step forward. Tilt looks at Clyde and tightens the grip on his weapon. Clyde thinks quickly, decides what to do next. Which path do you take? Stop right there, criminal scum! The poll is finished. You have chosen the path of spicy dialogue! Clyde steps forward, choosing to use wit over violence. As he steps forward, he powers up his charisma and chooses which path? You have chosen to be bold. Clyde steps forward. Halt right there, scum! If you wish to join the people you've hurt, then come and face us. If not, stand aside. I don't have time to deal with you. Aye, what the kid said. Come at us and we'll cut your fucking guts open. The bandits seem a little bit taken aback by the pure boldness of Clyde. They're unsure as to what they should do. It seems they will need additional convincing. Flirt with them! Use logic! Bandits fear logic. You have chosen to be to be rude. Clyde then decides to state, and another thing! With a face like yours, shouldn't you not just turn those blades on yourselves? I mean, you'd be doing the world a service. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Maybe you should use it on your mother first, to make sure no more of you actually get spit out by accident. The bandits are infuriated with your rudeness, infuriated with your insults, and they decide that even though you may be frightening, it is time to teach you a lesson. They pull their weapons close, they move in to kill, and it would seem that the time for spicy dialogue has ended, and it is the time for gratuitous violence! And so it begins. The bandits get closer. Clyde moves forward. Tilt moves up beside him. It is Clyde's action. What do you do, chat? You only have 15 more seconds to respond. Choose wisely. You have chosen an offensive action. Clyde moves forward with his daggers drawn, not having enough time to pull his bow. He runs along the fence and leaps and stabs this bandit directly in the head. His blade pierces the skull as gray matter and blood fly up in a glorious spray. The bandit is instantly killed and defeated. The two other bandits move back from the boldness of this strike. But things are not done yet, for now it is Tilt the Halfling Warrior's turn. What do you do with Tilt, chat? Seconds remain! Choose quickly! You have chosen to use a special ability. Tilt summons up his warrior's training and uses his ability, Courageous Charge! And charges the foolish bandit. And with a single uppercut, launches him into the air, and as he falls, slices him in twain with a single blow from his mighty greatsword. Blood and sinew fill the street and stain the grass a crimson red. Ha ha ha! Is that all you got? The bandit, the last bandit remaining, starts to move further back, terrified. Holds up his weapon defensively. You can't take us! You can't win! It is now Clyde's turn. Oh, that's a really short song. Again! And thus your choices have been made. The time for mercy has passed. Clyde pulls forth his bow, notches an arrow, and fires an arrow through the bandit's genitals. That'll slow him down. Come on, Tilt, we don't have time to wait. And he moves around the bandit as he slouches to the ground. And thus it seems that danger has passed. The screams echo back into Clyde's mind as he and Tilt try to find their way through the smoky fog. As they do so, they hear the scream of a man coming from a nearby home. But I wonder, what will you do, chat? Seconds remain! You have chosen to save Dad! Tilt points towards the house, but Clyde shakes his head. We don't have time! My father's in danger! Come on, Tilt! And they both leave the man to face whatever he may. And as they turn away from the house and move away, the house collapses, and the screams of the man grow silent. As you move forward through the grim and the gloom, Through the smoke, you could just make out the tents of the market. The cheeses and meats set aflame and burnt and scarred. The tents dotted red with the blood of the innocent. You can hear more bandits approach, cackling. They have with them an innocent woman! Who knows what nefarious purpose they have in store for this innocent woman? What do you do? Choose quickly, Twitch chat! You have only 15 more seconds! Save the cheese! And you have chosen spicy dialogue! Clyde smiles as his wit takes over, puts away his weapons, and decides to use the power of words. But which words will you use, chat? Choose quickly! You have chosen to be smooth. The bandits look at you, and Clyde steps forward and kind of places his hand and arm over one of the bandits while Tilt grips his weapon tightly. Hey man, I know what you mean. That's a fine-looking broad, but you know what? She's gonna resist and all that. There's a lady already, like, strung up in the stables. There's like 2 of them. Big bouncing bosoms. You guys would like that a lot more. Trust me. A lot less work. Just hand this one over to me. I'll take her to the boss. The bandits smile at the offer of no resistance, and they rush past Clyde and Tilt, thanking them. Who killed our friends? They ask, as Tilt and Clyde make a hasty exit with the woman. They move back through the market, quickly over the gardens. The screams of the people surround them as they are getting close to the first point of contact. They can see corpses bloodied, gore, heads cut clean, bodies mutilated, footsteps running through the blood. It is a horrible scene. Terrible. But Clyde finally recognizes the street. My father's this way! Tilt hurries behind him. As down the street they hurry. Until finally, up ahead, Clyde, with eyes red, sees his father's smithy in flames. Out front, through the smoke and the fog, he thinks he can make out some people in front of it, but he hears the cry of a child behind him. Clyde turns and looks back. The child sounds young. The child sounds scared. But ahead, that could be your father and the bandits. What do you do, chat? Which path do you take? You only have 15 more seconds, chat! Choose quickly! You have chosen to save your father. You turn away from the child's cries and move forward into the fog, and soon there is a high-pitched squeal, and the child's voice rings out no more. You can see a line of bandits stand in front of your father's smithy. You can see your father, Bronson Vanson, slumped down to the side as one of the bandits pulls his blade from your father's guts and wipes it on his beard. Disrespecting your father's dwarven body, your father is dead. The bandits turn to see someone new enter. The bandit captain, with obvious authority, walks up and smiles at Clyde, who is now a pale white ghost of a person. Slumped down to his knees, Tilt puts a hand on his shoulder and looks to the evil of the bandit captain, his grip tightening on his blade, and the bandit captain begins to taunt Clyde. I can see you are the son of this no-good shitty dwarf. I can see the look of the soot and the look of the dwarven braid upon your hair, mon ami. Won't you come over here and I'll teach you to die? Maybe you'll be a better fight than your weak fucking father. For a moment, all sound leaves, and Clyde hears nothing but the solemn silence of loss. The silence almost deafening against his heart. All the memories of his father raising him, teaching him to swing a hammer, teaching him to read, to write, teaching him arithmetic. All the things that a father is supposed to teach his son. Although you did not share blood with your father, he was a father beyond what you could have ever hoped for. And then something stirs inside. Something dark. Something hot. Like fire. Which path do you take? You have chosen even more gratuitous violence. Clyde pulls out his daggers and lets forth a banshee scream, "Ah!" and charges past the bandits towards the fancy bandit. He pushes the two bandits out of the way. The fury of his charge can't be stopped. The bandit captain raises his blade to stop Clyde's fearsome attack and is pushed back. But Clyde is surrounded. His rage may guide him, but Clyde is still yet an inexperienced warrior. It will be up to Tilt to save his friend. For the remainder of this fight, Clyde's actions cannot be controlled by Twitch chat. His rage is too great. Therefore, you will have direct control of Tilt. The time for mercy has passed. Let's go! You have 15 seconds remaining! You have chosen to use a special ability! Tilt, using his last special ability for the day, calls out to Clyde, trying to embolden him! Clyde does not hear Tilt's words, as the rage has taken full hold. Clyde unleashes an offensive action, slamming his blades against the bandit captain, who is hard-pressed. The bandits turn and move in on an easily flanked target, completely surrounding Clyde. They smiled and licked their blades in anticipation. It is now Tilt's turn! What do you do, Twitch chat? You have chosen an offensive action! Tilt charges forward, lifts his greatsword high, and before this bandit can react, cuts straight through his spine, opening his back. The bandit stumbles forward and falls to the ground dead. Clyde continues his assault on the bandit captain. A brief moment in the battle, silence calls, as the bandit captain steps forward and pushes Clyde back. Ha ha ha! You are nothing but an inexperienced boy, and now you will die just like your father! And he attacks him back, slicing Clyde across the chest. The pain is unbearable as Clyde falters. The other bandits circle around Clyde and jab at him from the side, but not wanting to risk stealing their captain's kill. It seems that hope is fading. Clyde can't possibly defeat the bandit captain. It's up to you, Tilt! Twitch chat, lead him to victory! Seconds remain! You have chosen a utility action! Tilt steps forward quickly and grabs Clyde by the collar and pulls him back behind him. He steps to him like a mother hen protecting her chicks. Tilt raises up his greatsword. Come and get me, boys! The bandits move forward, ready to grant Tilt his request. They begin to stab and slice and slash. Tilt's greatsword clacks and scrapes with the sound of daggers sliding off of it. His armor takes some blows and a cut across his arm. Ha 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 ha! Is that all you've got? Clyde, his rage still taking him over, but the pain is too great. Clyde falls to a single knee. It will be up to Tilt this time. You have chosen an offensive action! Tilt takes his greatsword, now that Clyde is protected somewhat, and cleaves outward with an enormous swing. The first bandit is cut across the face. The second bandit loses a finger. The third bandit loses his throat and falls to the ground, staining the floor with his blood. Blah. Get in there, boys! This fight is not over! Ha ha ha! Come on! Let's go! Clyde slides against the wall, his chest wound bleeding heavily. Tilt is hard pressed on all sides. But what will Tilt do next? Leave Clyde behind! You have chosen a defensive action! Tilt holds up his blade! You'll not take this boy! Come on! The bandits stab outward. Tilt's greatsword smacks against their weapons. He holds them back, but Tilt is hard pressed. If anyone gets behind him, he knows all is lost. But hark! What is that? A figure walks through the smoke. Who could it be, chat? It's the veteran warrior, Mon Widegirth! Ho 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 ho! Fear not, lad! I have come to assist! Now, as he lifts his great hammer, who wants to be a pancake? This battle is not lost yet! I'm sorry. Oh, God. That's good stuff, man. I will handle the fat one! Finish the halfling! You are no match for me, fat man! I shall carve you like a holiday ham! Prepare yourself! I'd like to see you try, bitch! Tilt! What do you do? You have chosen an offensive action! Clyde takes the nearest bandit, deflects his daggers, and grabs him by the collar of his tunic, and headbutts him fiercely! The bandit's nose bone goes into his brain, and he dies instantly! Ugh. It is now Monmon's turn! Let me show you something, you little bitch! And he swings his great maw in a clever ruse to trip his opponent. The bandit captain's feet go flying out from underneath him as he goes spinning in the air. Whoa! Die, mamma mia! Suck me bleu! The bandit holds up his sword, fending off Mon. Ha! 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 do. You have chosen an offensive action! Tilt steps forward and swings his greatsword, but misses and smashes into the ground. The bandits smile and move forward. They start to carve at Tilt with his opening. Wounds appear on Tilt's arms and across his cheek. Tilt falters back. God! You fucking shits! Ho 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 ho! I'm going to crush you like one of your snails that you eat. What is it? It is escargot, you uneducated swine. Oh yes, of course. Oh ho 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 ho! And Monbon will raise his great maul, but the bandit captain will fight dirty and will kick Monbon in his genitals. Oh, you little shit! Oh, whoa! The bandit captain leaps to his feet. You are a big fucker, I'll give you that much. But I'm going to see how you feel when I cut off your face. Oh! It is Tilt's turn. What do you do, chat? Quickly! You have chosen a defensive action! Tilt raises up his blade and wards off the bandits' attacks and pushes them back. Whoa! Come on! You've taken everything from this boy! I'm gonna take everything from you! I'm gonna eat your friends! The bandits seem terrified of Tilt, who seems to have been tilted. The bandit captain moves forward and kicks Mon across the chest. Oh! He falls backwards. Oh! I'm going to cut your beard off and feed it to you. It is now Tilt's turn. What do you do, chat? Cast Greater Heal! You have chosen an offensive action. Tilt moves forward, pretending to attack this bandit, but quickly changes the direction of his attack and impales this bandit directly through the chest. Come on! You want some too, you twist-killed fucking shit-ratted! What even was that? As Tilt switches to the halfling language and starts to spit insults at him. I will take my time carving you up, little piggy! And he kicks forward again. Mon Wide Girth falls to the ground. Oh! Oh! Just wait till I get up! It is now Tilt's turn. What do you do, chat? You have chosen a utility action. Tilt looks back to Clyde, who seems to be regaining his feet. Are you alright, lad? Kid, can you hold it? I can do it. Go! Go, I can handle him. Alright. Ha ha ha! Surprise! He slides underneath the bandit's legs, his small stature allowing him to roll easily. Oi! Southman! The bandit captain turns and looks at the strange halfling warrior as Tilt throws dirt in his eye. Ball! Suck him in blood! You merde! The bandit captain is now blind. Clyde stands up and picks back up his daggers. It is now Mon's turn. It seems I've recovered, and you and I are going to have a conversation. Suck me, look, no! He then picks up his great hammer and spins in a 360 circle. LOL 3D! And starts to smash into the bandit captain with a whirlwind attack. And as he does so, the bandit captain is sent flying backwards. Oh, suck him in! Oh! It is now Clyde's turn. His rage returns. He looks not to the bandit, but to the bandit captain. And the rage takes over once more. What do you do, chat? You have chosen an offensive action. Clyde leaps forward. Ah! On top of the bandit captain. I said on top of the bandit captain. And just starts stabbing down into his chest. Stabbing, digging a hole straight through his blood and guts and flesh. Ah! Oh, the boy seems to have lost himself in the glory of battle. Tilt steps up to deal with the last bandit. What do you do, chat? It is hot in my room. Holy shit. This robe is, pretty warm. Pretty warm. you have chosen an offensive action. Tilt, having had quite enough of this bandit, steps forward. The bandit turns to hold up his guard. Tilt will cut off the bandit's arm in one simple blow, catch the bandit's arm, and begin to beat him to death with his own arm! Oh! And the battle is concluded. The bandits lie in a bloodied heap as Clyde is covered in the crimson reminder of his father's death. The screams and the fires fall away, and the smoke clears. It's almost as if the sun seems to return to Scabbard City. But as the sun rises, unfortunately, the dead do not come back. And over the course of the next few days, Tilt and Clyde assist with the rest of the town to find what survivors they can and to bury the dead. Clyde's heart is heavy as he realizes that his father is amongst those dead and that he shall not see him again. As Clyde deposits the last bit of solid soil from his shovel onto his father's grave, he packs the earth tight and sets forth the stone engraving that he could find. Clyde falls into a heap in front of his father's grave. For not only did he lose his father, but he lost his inheritance. All the memories of a physical nature burned away in the fires. What will he do now? What path will he take? A young man whose life is not yet decided and not yet walked the path must do so alone. But as life must continue, so too must Clyde's. And Tilt places his hand on his friend's shoulder and lifts him up as Clyde returns to town. And as he returns to town, Clyde picks up the last few remnants of his inheritance. A small chest containing a pittance of gold left to him by his father. His weapons, his gear, and his memories. As he stands outside the smoldering ruins of his inn. Actually, let me clean up these bodies real quick. Let me just move them out of the way. Okay. Mon will approach him as Tilt leans against a nearby post. Oh, my boy. I understand your sadness. I lost my father when I was young as well. But don't you worry, boy. Your father would have wanted your life to be bright and with opportunity. I know I could never replace him. But if you wish, I can teach you the way of the warrior. I will be returning to my academy. There's room on my wagon if you want it. And with that, Mon Wide Girth will give Clyde Vanson a big fatherly hug.
Oh, there you go, boy. Oh, I seem to have got a little blood in my eye. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Oh.
Someone else also joins as another individual approaches Clyde. My boy, it is with heavy heart that I approach you once more. Your father was a masterful smith and a wonderful man. It is my hope that if you should ever want for anything, that I, Gabriel von Liechtenstein, can provide you with the proper education that one of your high stock requires. Because of all the things that you have done and your father has done for me, I shall pay for your education should you wish to follow the arcane path. Or if you wish to follow the path of your ancestors, I shall also pay your travels to First Cliff, that you might learn from the cathedral. I would hug you, but you are a peasant, and there are people watching. But know that I grieve for you and your father. Now, if you'll excuse me, some of the town has just come up for sale for a fraction of the price. Oh, and the next person that comes up is Teresa, the gypsy girl from the very beginning of the game. And behind her, her father comes with her. It seems that Teresa is badly burned and is unable to speak, but her father explains to Clyde that it is because of his heroic actions that his daughter is safe, and as such, if Clyde wishes to travel with them, he will offer him a new family amongst the gypsies of the southern trails. With all these people offering so many paths for Clyde to take, it becomes too much, and he turns back and looks to Tilt. Tilt sits down next to him on the broken street and looks him right in the eye.
I'm not going to pretend like I've got the words that are going to make you feel better, kid, because I don't. But I can tell you this. I'm going to stick next to you. I'm going to make sure you see it safe wherever it is you choose to go.
But why, Tilt? You don't owe me that. You were sent here by Davin. You were paid to just get me here.
Oh, that's not true. I was paid to see you deliver that parcel. And seeing how your father's dead, you can't rightly deliver it now, can you? So I'm not released from my oath. So I'll see you through, no matter where you go.
Oh, thank you so much, Tilt. That means a lot to me.
Ah, it's alright, kid. Just, don't cry so much. I know it's hard, but there's gonna be people that'll see those tears and mistake kindness for weakness. You don't want that.
And so they both sit there for a moment in true camaraderie before Clyde picks himself up and prepares for the journey ahead. And Tilt stands with him, a steadfast friend. And so, Twitch chat, now comes time to make an important decision. Perhaps the most important decision that you will make. And that is, which path do you choose the story to take? For this choice, because it is so massive and important, I shall give an entire 3 minutes to choose. Before you choose, however, I will explain your options. These are the options that are available to you. First, you may use the invitation given to you by Mandolin and join the Bard's College in an attempt to learn the ways of the Bard. You may follow Mon Mon to the Warriors Academy and train further in the way of the sword and shield. You may take von Liechtenstein up on his offer and travel to Majital to learn at the Mages Guild. You may choose to also take von Liechtenstein's offer and travel to the First Cliff Cathedral to be trained in the priestly arts of Torag, the dwarven god. You may choose to leave all of this behind and go to the safety and sanctity of the wilds, and instead learning the way of the animals. Or you may join Teresa and her family on the gypsy caravan, learning the ways of the charlatan. So, those are your choices, Twitch chat. Choose wisely. Wait, what the? It's not working. Well, that was weird. Let me start it over. There you go. Okay, that's enough of that. Choose wisely, chat. Choose wisely. Grab your air guitar, lads. We're gonna fucking jam. There's probably Mercy mates at the Warrior Guild, chat. One minute has passed. 2 minutes remain. Everyone vote! Summon forth your votes and type them now! Arcade, can we romance Mon Mon? I guess technically you could romance anybody. That doesn't mean you'll be successful. 1 minute remains, chat. Dig deep if you haven't voted. Please vote now. For this shall decide the future of the game. And thus, your decision has come to an end. You have chosen the Warriors Academy! Me. Clyde decides to take up Mon Mon Widegirth on his offer, and to travel to the Warrior Academy. By studying the way of the sword, perhaps he can find some solace. A steady blade balances the soul. And Tilt nods and walks with Clyde as they return to the forest path. Steady blade balances the soul. Genji Mane feels bad. Oh, God. Okay. And thus they return to the forest path. And they make their way to meet up with Mon Widegirth at his wagon located at the outpost just outside of town. As they move down the forest road, Clyde and Tilt walk in silence. Tilt not very talkative in the first place, and Clyde still reflecting on his father's death. When they get to the point and they remember the camp that they once were in, they smile. Those bandits were easy. They walk through the old valley, its stones watching them. However, when they get to this point, something happens. There is a scream. A scream that Clyde recognizes. A scream to the north. A scream he has heard before. He and Clyde quickly turn and go to investigate. They walk through the ancient gate of the ruins that Clyde had explored before and into the dark ruins. They enter the dark, strange ruins as Arcadum forgets to turn on the music. The chat is displeased. Hold on. I am sorry. Please do not hate. Clyde and Tilt walk through the strange dungeon. Clyde knows the way and takes him forward. Clyde isn't sure why, but something pulls him towards the north. Back towards that strange arcane symbol. Back through the broken skeletons defeated by Clyde earlier. And further, until finally he returns to the room with the strange book and the symbol on the ground. Tilt looks at Clyde and then looks at the symbol on the ground and raises an eyebrow. And then he notices something. Behind the altar, a woman steps out. The woman holds up a hand and waves awkwardly. Clyde raises an eyebrow and looks at Tilt. Tilt raises an eyebrow and looks at Clyde. Clyde will step forward. Hello, miss. And the woman will speak. Benbravi. Greetings to you, human. Tell me, do you go walking through ruins often? Or is this just a special occasion? Did you scream? I did not scream. Not at all. I would never scream. My will is iron and my courage strong.
Oh, great. It's a fucking nerd. If you need me, I'll be over here, kid. Fucking nerd.
Tilt stomps off, not wanting to deal with this fucking nerd. Clyde, however, is interested. And so, Clyde has a few questions. Which do you choose, chat? Give me them toes. Clyde adjusts his hair, quickly licks and pulls back his rebellious eyebrows, and slides over to Valerie. You know, I never did catch your name. Let me guess. It's something not pronounceable by the human tongue, because such a thing is far too beautiful. And I must say, to see someone like you after what has just happened to me, that's a gift from the gods. The woman will raise an eyebrow and lean back from Clyde. Your attempts at courtship are disappointing, I believe the human word is. I am Valerie Vintilamari, but you may call me Valerie if you wish. And hopefully you can pronounce that. Clyde has been shut down! You notice, however, or rather, Clyde notices that Valerie, with all her bluster, is terrified of something and keeps looking at the circle. Clyde strokes his chin as he continues his conversation. Shut her down with swords. Chat too greedy. Gratuitous violence. You have chosen to ask why she is so scared. Clyde, recovering from his instant shutdown, quickly segues into the next topic. Well, Valerie, why are you so scared? I am not scared. I am iron in my will, and I am yeah, whatever. You keep looking at this circle like you're terrified. Look, no offense, lady, but I came here because I thought somebody was in trouble. If you're not really in trouble, that's fine. I just lost my father. I just killed 7 people yesterday. I just don't have the time. Valerie seems put back by this. Yet, for some reason, Clyde sees a shining of hope in her eyes. Where's the option to give her the lower sword? You have chosen to ask how the circle works. Oh, that's extra spooky, that music was. Clyde will then look to Valerie. Well, look, if you're not frightened, then why do you keep looking at the circle? What does it do exactly, huh? What's the big deal with it? Valerie adjusts herself and simply responds, it is a simple arcane matrices, simply compounding with the school of conjuration, and it focuses merely upon the planar veils between our world and several other worlds. It is also involved with the salt grim, and you can also see a hint of teleportation. As the nerd continues to speak, Clyde feels his eyes droop, and he blinks, and he didn't understand any of that. But it seems that she knew exactly what was going on, so he nods. Yeah. No, I get that. But what does it do? It magically moves one thing to another thing. Oh, like a door. Yes. Like a door, I guess. Oh, okay. How do you make it work? Well, it is deactivated at this time, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. How do you turn it back on? You do not. I gotta stop looking at chat. It's cracking me up, guys. Just all these Moon 2 dumbs. That's like my favorite Moon emote. Oh my god. Clyde turns back around and says, "Oh, okay, that's too bad. Yeah." What else does Clyde ask Valerie? Like a door. Oh, good thing. Oh, Moon. Good thing we picked warrior, boys. Oh. Moon. Why you gotta go there? Yeah. Fucking Moon quotes, man. You have selected to ask her about the fact that she's a mage. So, you're a nerd? I detest that word. It's such a simple word to describe the scholarly. Oh, I didn't know it was a bad word. It is a bad word, and I take great offense to it. I am a mage, a practitioner of the arcane arts, masters of the law that lie between the veil. So, what can you do exactly? Well, I can summon forth magics. Oh, you mean like this? And Clyde uses his magical glove to move a candlestick on the counter. Well, that is impressive, but no, that is a magical item. I actually use magic. Oh. So what can you do? I cannot do parlor tricks, if that is what you're asking. Specifically, my powers lie within the realm of necromancy, the energies of life and death. Isn't that like skeletons? Yes, but that is not the only thing that I do. That is not all that my powers encompass. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. There's no problem. Why do I sense that you're not being forthright? I just thought necromancers were like evil and gross looking. And you know, you're like beautiful and I mean, you're kind of mean, but whatever. Thank you, I suppose, for that compliment. Oh, you're welcome. That was as smooth as a plat game. Necromancy, huh? Which do you want to ask her about next, chat? So, yeah, I heard your crazy name, but who are you exactly? Like, why are you here? Oh, I am a disciple of the Mages Guild. I have been sent to study these runes in your Dabarak in search of clues to a project that I am working on. What project is that? I'm afraid that I cannot tell you for security reasons of national importance. Okay. That's fine. Is it like something evil? Of course it's not evil. I am not evil. Yeah, okay, sure. Whatever. So what are you exactly? What am I? I just told you I am an elf. No, with the ears. You have never seen an elf before? You're an elf? I thought elves were smaller. What? No, No. I'm an elf. I am of the Fey blood, the Ellen Rai, the Isana. The what? I am an elf. I live long, I have pointed ears, I enjoy the forest. Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense. Oh, my word. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what you are. I mean, do you know what I am? You are a human. Yeah, but do you know, like, the secret names that humans are called? I don't. Peasant, asshole, fucking loser. Look at you stuttering like an idiot. Where's all your smarts now, lady? What? How did... Oh, someone's stuttering. Fucking nerd. What? As she flusters and turns red with anger. Clyde's like, well, good luck. It seems you're not in any trouble. And he turns to leave. Valerie will cry out and will seem very vulnerable. Wait, please. You have me at a disadvantage. I do not know exactly where I am, and I fear that I would be lost. Would you please help me? How can I help you? You're the mage. No, I don't know where I am, and I will need help to find my way home. Oh, okay. Well, I do know this area pretty well. Yes, I can see that. Can I come with you? You want to come with us? Just for a while. Just so I can make it home. I don't know. What do you choose, chat? It's bait. She wants our bones. You have chosen the second option. I mean, I guess you can come with us, but just so you know, we're heading out pretty far. We're going to Mon's Academy, the Way of Whispering Steel. Oh, well, I know somewhat where that is. If I could make it there with you, then I could find my way home, I think. All right, then, I guess you could come. Hey, Tilt! What, kid? We're taking her with us! Fuck! Yeah, don't worry about him. He's happy to have you along. Welcome aboard, Valerie. And Clyde will hold out his hand, and she will shake it. Valerie has joined the party! And so, 3 unlikely individuals exit the ruins and move back out onto the forest path. A young man whose life was torn away from him. Yet to be made, yet to be proven, a path yet to be tread. A halfling warrior, pledged in service, and a mysterious elven necromancer. They walk down the forest path and into their own futures. And that is where the session shall come to an end. Alright, listen up, Twitch chat. Next time, we're gonna pick up with the adventure continuing of them finding Mon Mon's caravan and traveling towards the Warriors Academy. Unfortunately, this is all the time that I had, and this is all the content that I had prepared. So, I wanted to go over a few things before we before we go ahead and end here. First, I want to thank everybody that came to watch, and I want to thank Moon Moon for the big boy host. That was super cool of him, and I just wanted to say that the consistent viewership has really emboldened me, emboldened me to continue to do this. I do hope that you guys like what you see, and I do hope that you subscribe if you want more Twitch Chat Plays D&D. But for now, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go try and thank all the people that subbed real quick. If you guys can just give me a moment. I want to thank Red Shirt Zombie for the Twitch Prime sub, Balfurion for their Prime sub. I want to thank Prince Primer for their Prime sub. I want to thank Free Morphine for his subscription. I want to thank Pancake Snake for the resub, Dr. Imps for the resub, and his new crown. Everybody take a look at his sweet new crown because of that 6 months. I want to thank Rogacy for his sub. I want to thank Dr. Dadma for the resub, Drodriguez for their Prime sub. I want to thank Tiff for her resub. I want to thank Ace for the win for his Prime sub, and Flaflanky for his Prime sub. And also Krog for his Prime sub. Thank you so much for all those subs. Sorry I have to go through it at the end, but I don't want to do it during the game because it'll interrupt it and all that. Oh, Schmoop, thanks for the Prime sub. My goal is, chat, that if I get to 450, then that means I can add another Twitch Chat Plays D&D session. So that means 2 sessions each week. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that bold? I hope you guys had a great time. If you want to know when the next Twitch Chat Plays D&D schedule is, you can look down on the channel below, and it should show you my schedule. Also, if you follow me on Twitter, I always announce before I go online, so you'll be well informed. And anything else I can think of? Any more shameless plugs? Not that I can think of. But once again, thank you to everyone that joined me today. I hope you guys all had a great time. It is my hope that I will be able to give more content, longer hours, and just more good times in the future. But I can only do that with your help. Oh, The Riddle, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. You guys are amazing, and I care for you so much, and I hope you had a great time. Until next time, on Twitch Chat Plays Dungeons and Dragons. Well, it's time for a little outro song. Let me just go ahead and go over here. This is now a rocking out stream.